Alrighty, y'all. Working in a video about fires of the Mexican. Today I will be reviewing the JCBritw 100 Watt Pro LED grow light. This is the way the manufacturer sells their light in this beautiful little box. Nice and tight. Very secure. Of course, I had mine shipped inside an Amazon Prime box so that it would guarantee 2 days. If you don't, I believe it was 3 to 5 business days. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, let's open it up. Let's look at this beautiful light. Got some foam pattern to protect it. Looks like about 3/8 of an inch thick. Comes with this beautiful little manual. The manual is very useful. Don't throw it away. There's a lot of information in here, from simple facts and questions in the back to all the specs of the lights, the various lights, and your light. So keep this. This helps you have a good reference of information you need to know about your light. But I'll go about that in just a second. Right here, you got a beautiful power cord. Just a simple one, off and on switch, just like that. It's not it's polarized. No, it's not polarized. So it's not grounded either. It's because this light doesn't act for a whole bunch of electricity. So let's see. Look at this beautiful light. Let's take this one out next. Oh, look at that, y'all. I love that shininess, that aluminum shininess. Just beautiful. That's etched in there, I believe, with laser engraving. It's nice. On top, it doesn't have a fan because it doesn't need a fan. This light runs a little warm, but it's not hot enough to where it needs a fan constantly sucking out the air. So it's gonna run virtually silent, just beautifully silent. I didn't want to remove this plastic. This is plastic on there. You can remove it if you peel the quarter, but I don't want to do that. So I'm not gonna do that. Right here is the plug entrance where you can, no, this is the daisy chain side. And what I mean by daisy chain is that you can hook two of these lights together so that when one light turns off, the other one turns off at the same time. So when you just plug in the other one just like this, and that's it, that's a daisy chain. That's where you can run two lights off of one timer. Over here on the other end, this is where you actually plug in the power cord itself, just like this. There you go. Very simple. Don't force it. Don't ever force anything. If it doesn't want to go in, there's something that's obstructing it. So be gentle but firm. Okay? Just like that. Now, let's look at these beautiful lights, y'all. Let me lay it back down. Oh wait. Here are your hangers. The little hangers. They're very they're very thin. You think they're too thin, but they're not. The manufacturer will not give you nothing that's not going to hold the weight of these lights up securely. Okay, so let's lay this beautiful light down. And let's focus in. As you can see, you see different colors. Like over here, this is the orange. There's a white tinge. This is yellow. Let me go ahead and zoom in for it. Give me 1 second. Okay, y'all. So let's get a close-up view of these lights. You can actually see inside there that each one of these LED lights has a different temperature writing on each one. And that is the temperature. Like this one down here. This orange one, it runs at 6,500 Kelvin. That's what it's showing there. So that's the temperature at which the light is going to burn, the LED light. And the hotter the light burns, the more to the bluish, whitish color that it's going to be. And the warmer it is to the more reddish, orangey color. So that's why our sun is actually yellow, because it's a very cool sun after that. It doesn't burn very, very hot. Yeah, the sun's not very hot. So each one of these is a different light. There's a infrared and there's also UV lights in here. I'm trying to see if I can see one, so I can show you where the infrared light is. I think it's that one right there. That actually, no, that says red and blue. Okay, let me back on up. Okay, so let's go over some specs real quick. And that way you can have a good idea of what kind of wavelength and color that these lights are going to actually give off. And then I'll actually show you with it on so you can get a good view of actually how bright this beautiful little light is. First, let's go ahead and tell you the wattage that it pulls from the the cord from the wall is 35 to 40 watts. And it puts out a maximum of 100 watts is what it is from all these little LED lights. It is 12.5 inches by 7.25, 7.4 inches by 1.4 inches thick. Okay, it's not too thick. 1.4 inches thick, it's not bad. It weighs 2.2 pounds. It runs at a temperature, so you can actually keep it like in a cold place, as cold as minus 40 degrees Celsius and as hot as 55 degrees Celsius. So this light will run in all those temperatures safely without having to worry that it's going to catch on fire or anything like that, or it's just not going to operate properly. It's made out of solid aluminum, the whole casing, everything on it. It's very nice. It feels like machine bitted aluminum that you would get like a good high-end, sport part or whatever, from a car. So, but yeah, and the crazy thing is the power cord rating actually states that it can draw AC current, alternating current, from 85 up to 265 volts. It's kind of weird. I've never seen that. I've seen it go from, 110 to 220? But apparently it says that this little cord can actually run off of 85 volts all the way up to 265 volts. I don't know. I want to do that. I would just keep the traditional 110 plug. So, but okay, let me go ahead and hang it up and show you how it looks all hanged up. But before I do that, let me clip these lights hangers for you, so that way you can get a good idea of how to put them on. So let's rip this open like everybody does in America. Just ripping it open like this. It's Christmas time for me. Okay. So now, these are the hooks that hang from the top. Sorry about that. These are the hooks that hang from the top, from your ceiling or your wherever you're hanging it at. And then these would be the ones that connect on the bottom right here. These little bad boys right here. Let's see if I can get them. There you go. So, the top, the ones that connect to the light itself. So let's connect it to the light. Okay, very simple. Just come over here. There's a little loop. And it pushes right on there. Uh-oh. Fingers are 40-year-old fingers. Trying to do this right. I don't know why it ain't going. Man, that was a lot harder than I thought. And it's not. Because you're just basically pushing this open like this. Okay. Alright, so let's go down here. Do this like I'm supposed to. That shouldn't be so hard. Okay, you get the idea. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. Here I got it hung up for you. It's just a simple little setup. I got this is curtain rods. Got them screwed into the wall. You don't need very much to support these little lights. They don't weigh very much at all. So I just got the hooks right there. Just on there hanging. Got the light suspended. Nice and level. Beautiful. Let me show you how bright this is. This is just a simple little mercy blanket to makeshift, like a grow tent. So you can make one like this. It's 14 bucks at Walmart for this big old mercy blanket. And I got a little closet right here. You can just modify your closet and make it into a grow space. I got some power supply going into it here with some timers. And so I'm going to show you, go ahead and turn this light on and show you how bright it is. Turn this on right here, of course. This little button. And boom, look at that. This little light, for being so small, is really, really powerful. I've had some other ones that were like 13 by 13. And they're only 45 watts, and this light blows them way away. This is 100 watts, and it seems like it's a 200 watt light. I've had a 300 watt light, and it was almost as bright as this. So this is very, very good for this light to be so bright. Go down here and show you how beautiful that looks. Hopefully it's focusing right for you. One other thing, y'all, I forgot to mention that these lights can be used with and without a timer. This is a simple little timer I got from Walmart for $5. I recommend you get it. And it works just like this. You push them up and down the tabs to turn them off and on the light. So as it goes around through the day, it'll keep going until eventually it gets to the part that you have it programmed to turn off. So yeah, this is very useful. Forgot to mention it. This is how I'm running the lights. This is how I always run the lights, because the lights are designed to only run, they recommend 8 to 12 hours, but you can do up to 18 hours off, on, 6 hours off, okay? That way when you're doing your veg cycle, and then whenever you switch over to flour, you go to 12 to 12, okay? Or even lower than that. You can go 11, 13, 10, 14, anything that's suitable for you with your electricity, your cost, your heat, and all that. Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, y'all, I'm going to give you a quick description of the lights. I got it packaged back up inside the box, that way you're not being blinded by its brightness, but you did see how beautiful that was. So this light has 4 infrared lights that run at 730 nanomodes. It also has 2 different types of blues. There's 16 pieces that run at 460 nanomodes, and there's 12 pieces of blue that run at 430 nanomodes. It has to give a good, broad range of colors. So that's what's great about LEDs. It also has 2 different types of orange. It has 20 pieces of orange at 630 nanomodes, has 16 pieces at 610 nanomodes. It also has 32 pieces of red, which is 660 nanomodes. It has 8 pieces that burn at 6500 Kelvin, which is the white light. And it also has 4 UV lights at 400 nanomodes. So it covers a very, very wide spectrum of lights. And earlier, I did point out with the little arrows that you can actually see the infrared and the lights. The lights are actually labeled. So let's go down here and actually get a close-up view now that I know what I'm looking at. There you go. I got the lights upside down, actually. Got all the numbers upside down. UV light, blue, infrared. That's nice. Everything's labeled orange. There's blue, and you can actually see where the orange one on top is the white light, and this bluer one down here is the cooler one, because there was 2 different types of blues. That way it'll cover the whole spectrum. That's beautiful. It's beautiful the way the LED lights can do this. So okay, y'all. Until next time, peace, much love, and waka waka from Fozzie.